Our beautiful vitality, your beautiful vitality, is the greatest natural attractive force that sustains love stories. You should know this. Today, in our Love Steps column, we will discuss an issue that affects many people. Indeed, it isn't such a rare problem. We're talking about retroactive jealousy, experienced by individuals who deeply love their partners but suffer at the thought that in the past, their partners may have given their affection and love to other people, other men or other women. They wish they didn't know who loved their partner before them. They don't want to know that their partner might have received more love than they receive today, or they don't want to know who and how their partners loved in the past. Because in the end, all these forms of jealousy serve as a clumsy attempt to seek reassurance, to escape the fear of the pain of abandonment. There is no sense in any comparison. It is pointless to go looking for news from the past. You know why? Because that past is no longer present. The man or woman of that time is not the same person that exists today. And who are those who venture into this territory of retroactive jealousy, wanting to know everything, trying to measure their power, their influence? These individuals are embarking on the path of fear, trying to protect themselves from something unreal. They question, how much is he mine? How much will he stay with me mine forever, for all time and indefinitely? These are thoughts that lead you down the path of fear. The fear of loss. They have taken the path of protecting themselves from something unreal. You might object, why unreal? Relationships break up every day. It's true, relationships break up, but more often due to our fears than the characteristics of our partners or their pasts. Our vibrant vitality, your captivating vitality, is the greatest natural attractive force that supports love stories. You should know this. Some people convince themselves that a love story must necessarily last forever. And just by saying that a story must last forever means inflicting a virus on their relationship, like the Ebola virus, which we know to be dreadful. It's a terrible virus, and it kills 50% of the people it infects. Do you really want this virus within your love story? Infect your relationship with the obligation that it must last forever. It's beautiful to hope that it will last forever. It's natural to wish for it to last forever. But you shouldn't insist that it must last forever, and I must do everything possible so that it must last forever. This is not good. Making a relationship an obligation is not healthy. This is the Ebola virus. Whoever embarks on the path of fear that the story will end or fear of not being good enough, the first thing they should do is realize that these fears are only a product of the imagination. It's just an imagination. So you have value like every human being with unique and singular richness. And it is better that each one is different and singular. We don't want a generic and impersonal coin. We want a person who loves us, not someone who loves just anyone. I desire her because she has these personal characteristics. This is not yet the mature love that will develop later, but the beginning is explosive. The spark is ignited by desire. We don't want to smother, extinguish, or neutralize this spark. The spark must shine. So remember, these fears are always unfounded. Act as if the opposite were true, even if an opposing thought fights within you. Instead of saying that it is true, it is not true. Use the procedure that I adopted when I was 18 years old. I remember the place where I was. I was in Piazza Vescovio in Rome. I asked myself a question. If a person moves away from you despite having had a history together, does he still love you? The answer is obvious. He doesn't love you. So the question arises, and if he doesn't love you and leaves, what have you really lost? Little or nothing. Understanding this was a relief for me. It became clear to me that whoever doesn't love and leaves is okay. We should ask ourselves, will those happy moments, those intensely lived emotions, ever return? People often find themselves in a kind of slavery, developing an addiction to pleasures, to well-being, or to feelings they have experienced. This addiction to happiness, to pleasure, to happy moments, astounds me. It would be interesting to delve into this topic in the future. I wish you every well-being, but you should never dream of building statues and palaces in which to live by mechanically and dully reproducing happy moments already experienced. This is something to avoid. We have taken another small step in trying to understand and illuminate the shadows of a phenomenon like retroactive jealousy.
Farvi vedere luci ed ombre di un fenomeno, così che è la gelosia retroattiva.
I realize that I have not been able to address all aspects of the problem, which would certainly deserve to be explored. For this reason, I encourage you to interact. Share your questions, observations, and personal examples about retroactive jealousy. I will read everything and try to make room for these contributions in future Q&A columns or dedicated videos. I greet all of you.